AFTV Loomis here. I'm joined by Eisa. Eisa, how are you feeling today? Like, it's deadline day. Usually it's doom and gloom, but there's a positive atmosphere around with Arsenal fans. How are you feeling about this transfer window?
Yeah, the window's been good. I think the Pepe deal was like a statement of intent, because for so many years, players like Pepe, that kind of caliber, that kind of profile, immediately as Arsenal fans, you rule yourselves out. Even this window, they were talking about United, Liverpool, Napoli, and in the back of your head, you think, "Oh, we'll never get a player like that." And then out of nowhere, last Saturday or the Saturday before, you get the message that, "Oh, okay, Arsenal have agreed a deal." When you look at the backstory into it and how Raul Sanllehi did it, it's really impressive. I remember being here 2 years ago when Sanllehi and obviously then Mislintat were here, and I said that was the beginning of us acting like a proper elite football club, and that's how he's done it. So apparently Sanllehi went to Pepe, sat down with him. He was apparently convinced to join Napoli. Sanllehi gave him a list of all the French players that played for Arsenal and all the French players that have played for Napoli, and said, which one do you want to emulate? Whoever the unknown guys that have been at Napoli, or the elite players like the Vieiras, the Henrys, the Anelkas, who have been at Arsenal and have gone on to win everything. And it's that we've been missing in transfer windows in the past. Dirty games, being a bit, what's the term they use, shithousery, like doing underhanded tactics, which at the end of the day, Arsene Wenger, people talked about how he was, very ethical and a very, very principled man. But this is international football with millions, or club football with millions of pounds at stake. You have to be a bit dirty. So I'm really, really happy that we're starting to behave like a big club again.
Because if everyone else is getting their hands dirty, there's no good you standing there being Mr. Clean and classy when you're getting left behind as well. Like, obviously there's a line you don't cross, but sometimes you do have to get your hands a bit dirty to get these deals done. And it's good to see that Arsenal are starting to show that bit of ruthlessness in the transfer window. I've been asking everyone through the pre-season, which youth players really stood out for you, and which of the new signings that we got to see a bit of, who stood out for you and said, they need to be in and amongst the first team, whether week in, week out, or just have a strong presence in the team this year? Who made that claim for you?
For what I've seen in pre-season, I think Joe Willock was really good, and Saka as well. I've been really impressed with those two. Reece Nelson's been a bit hit and miss. He was a bit hit and miss in Germany last year as well. I know we all got a bit hyped because he had a decent loan period, but I think this is a big, massive season for Reece Nelson. He has to now come through and make a claim. Obviously, he's not going to be playing or getting ahead of Pepe and Aubameyang and these guys. Although, if you're doing it, you're doing it. But I just feel like it's a big season for him. He's been a bit disappointing. But yeah, Saka definitely. He looks like he's got the tenacity, the strength, the ability to come through. But I think we're going to need to use youth this season, because it's good. This has been a good window, but we've still got a little bit of a rebuilding job to do.
Is there anyone else that you feel like you wish that we managed to get over the line? Being a bit greedy, I guess, but can always want more.
If I pronounce it correctly, Upamecano,
I believe.
Upamecano, right. Upamecano.
We just got news. My sources are telling me that Tini's officially been announced, so that's good to hear.
Tierney done. Yeah, that's a big signing, because he was another player who a lot of clubs wanted, and but he had his heart set on Arsenal. And I think again, to go back to Upamecano, it's one of those things where if you don't get him this summer, I hope we get him next summer. And again, he's a young French or French-based football player who will be looking and thinking, there's something going on at Arsenal now. Again, it was a year ago, 2 weeks ago, Arsenal weren't the club where things were happening. All of a sudden, everyone's looking at it and thinking, hang on a second. They're not even in the Champions League, but they're attracting big players. They're making huge signings. That's what I want to be. United is not the place where people want to really be. Chelsea have a ban. So, maybe we can get players like that next season. But I really, really think that we've turned a corner in this window. And I feel like, that's the player I would want. Zaha, we don't need him, or Coutinho. Those are the kind of players you don't need, but you'd like to have in and around your club.
And let's just flashback to like 2 months ago, Europa League final, just lost it. What were you thinking about this transfer window is going to be? For me personally, I did not think we'd be getting nowhere near the kind of signings we were getting, or even being linked to the players we've been linked to. I thought this window was going to be dead. I thought I was going to come into this season thinking, boy, we're going to be struggling to finish sixth because of the way Everton, Wolves and West Ham have been carrying on. But now I feel like, now we've got a centre-back as well. I feel like we can push on for top four. I feel like if we had a more solid, more marquee name centre back. We probably even say title challenge. But hey, it's one step at a time, and you can see that things upstairs are changing. They seem to be listening to the fans. I also asked someone previously, do you feel like the fans protesting, the fans coming on AFTV really making vocal how they feel? Do you think that's finally gotten through to the upper level of the board, and has it been a reaction to that as well, or do you think this was going to happen anyway because of the changes that have been going on?
Yeah, I think possibly. You had this letter written by all those blogs, and you guys spoke about it on AFTV. We Care, Do You? Blogs like Le Grove and a few others all got on that. She wore a yellow ribbon, and I think Josh Kroenke responded to it. I didn't expect him to. I thought they'd ignore it. So clearly they were listening. Clearly they realised that it can't continue anymore, and I feel like they're acting now, the Arsenal board, like a big club should act commercially as well. Because if you think about it, look everyone around here, yeah? So many people have got the new kits, right? Now, that's partly to do with the fact that the kits are really nice, but also the fact that, people think, oh, right, we've spent money, we've got Pepe, we're going somewhere. It creates a buzz. Arsenal are the sauciest club in London. Yeah? We're the most fashionable club in London, possibly one of the most fashionable clubs in England. One of the biggest clubs in England, definitely, and around the world. You got all the guys that were there in America in the Real Madrid friendly. We're playing the biggest club in the world, and that stadium was majority Arsenal fans over there. So at the end of the day, we're a big club. You have to act like it with your signings, you have to act like it on the pitch, and you'll see the commercial revenue come through. So even from a business sense, from the Kroenkes, I hope that that's the turning point, and that they've realised that if we do start to behave in that way, it will also pay off for us financially with deals and everything else.
All right, and lastly, what would you rate this window out of 10?
If you'd have got an elite centre-back, I would have said definitely 9 or 10. 7, 7.5. Good, very good window. And, another disappointment, we probably haven't got rid of some of the deadwood we need to get rid of.
But there's still a chance because the European transfer window is still open, so, Mustafi can go.
If any Monaco, executives are watching this, you have a fantastic centre-half called Shkodran Mustafi. Great, never makes mistakes, worth every penny. Just fucking buy him.